momentum, you know, having just taken a lot of close sets, you know, he is going to obviously be playing at his absolute finest right now. Will obviously been sit down for a little while, been able to analyze these sets, watch out, but you know,
I think there was a lot of really intense
analysis
going on in the last set.
Yeah.
Really a lot of kind of like, you know, a lot of meat on the bones.
Yeah. But here we go. We're going to have to see how it all plays out. Will with that cloud immediately coming out. No Rob today versus Skaws in the loser side of the bracket with the Toon lane.
So if you're unfamiliar, it's by some miracle of the losers format. When in the grand finals, Will only needs to take one singular set to bring it all together and take it home. Skaws needs to win 2 back-to-back.
Yeah, and already we've been seeing a very kind of different pace, you know, from the last set entirely. These two are scrapping at each other.
See, you know, such a different character from the outset in what Cloud is able to exert. These huge aerials we talked about so much earlier in the Parsnip set.
Ooh.
The limit is ready to go. The air dodge forced immediately, but no follow-up punish available for Willz. Skaws finds their way back, but they have such a high percentage already, just from these little glancing blows that Will has been exerting throughout this whole set so far.
Will just has been throwing out these attacks as well. You know, just kind of this is kind of what Cloud does really well. Just, you know, he hits hard with every single move. You know, just like we're seeing there with that dash attack. You know, that back air. You know, where, you know, he just hits hard. They don't necessarily always chain together, but they do so much by themselves.
And then you have that stock lead, and we saw how well Will was able to keep a hold of that stock lead beforehand in the Parsnip set, where they were just, you know, reverted to just fair, keeping a control, keeping everything in check. And we'll see if Skaws is able to navigate that. We saw similarly how they kind of responded to similar pressure from Zafiel earlier, throwing those bombs underneath it. It could be similar. The limit actually getting spent there. I don't know what they.
Yeah, so I think in that instance that Will was actually trying to, like, they went for a limit attack, but actually just getting beaten out by Skaws anyway, which does make it just disappear without any move coming out entirely.
What in the world?
Okay.
Kill them.
Okay. Yeah.
Kill him.
And in the end, the last hit of the up B coming out, but Will still unfazed. You know, trying to go for some, you know, flashy stuff there with the bomb, hoping to connect it to the forward air. But the forward tilt in the end, one to take the stock away.
So it's a nice, it's like one of the most standard F tilts you could ever ask for. But God, it does so much knockback.
Yeah, absolutely. And Will just looking so alive in this game, but gonna have to use the limit to recover there. It's not necessarily what you want. You want to keep hold of that until the moment is right and get a bit more going. But Will has just been absolutely throwing out attacks. You know, and it's just been working. Even without a limit, he's able to do a solid number on Skaws here.
Yeah, and we're seeing those clone hazards. We have not really had much opportunity to see upbeats out of shield in the previous sets versus Skaws, but Skaws has been putting a lot of really unsafe pressure, or what would be unsafe pressure against a lot of characters. Sonic had no ways to deal with that.
Yeah.
It's a different mana here.
Will definitely on the hunt here. That limit is out, and you know, misses the first hit, but the rest of them connect and able to take away that game. Will going 1-0 up in this grand finals.
Absolutely, and that. We have lost lighting. Everything's falling apart. Damn, why don't you go around the other way, you muppet? That's so much. I believe in you.
Yeah, we're down a light, but that's okay. We're at the end anyway.
We're casting darkness, that's fine, you know. We're all good.
We're all good. We're good.
Fine. We are the night.
I'm wearing pretty light clothes today anyway, so you know.
But yeah, so a bit of a scrambly first game.
Yes, yeah, it was very much a game where they're both almost just scrapping at each other.
Yes.
You know, I think in a weird way, I think it was actually just them kind of resetting back to a kind of a mind state, because
can we just play some Super Bros?
Yeah, like Skaws has obviously just played a long set against Sonic there, you know, a very slow set, but you know, and in a way they're kind of just reverting back to a kind of a faster state. Like, yeah, okay, we're in grand finals, but we can have some moments.
That's the thing with Cloud. When the character was first introduced into the series, the kind of thing they were known for is like, this is just like the peak of traditional character design in this series. Like, you couldn't get better. Obviously, there are better alternative characters these days, like Pirate Mithra, but they still have that kind of DNA as just being so crisp at what they do, and what they do is just a fundamental aspect of the game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, and Will actually just, able to, upbeat safely there because, Skaws expected them to go for the follow-up down here. So they were trying to position them. But instead, Will actually just not doing it meant they were safe. But in the end, doesn't matter. Stock was lost.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
Absolutely.
Finds a cheeky turnaround tether. But Skaws has so much percent on them right now. Any touch from Will with the numerous, it could be a fair, it could be a bear, it could be an F tilt, just like that. Gonna be another stock on the board, evening things up.
And you could see there actually, Will purposely keeping himself just below the fully charged limit. And a lot of Cloud mains do like to do this just because they know as soon as they get hit, they get that limit. So not necessarily kind of putting themselves to a state where they, put it in themselves. So that just when they're punished, they go into that limit, and then it kind of they have the most amount of time out of it.
Definitely, and when you have a situation where you're playing against Toon, like who has that F tilt that's at such a low angle, you want to be able to immediately have Clim Hazard available, so you can just launch yourself back into the frame. Because Cloud will just die from that.
Oh. And Will, got the punish there.
Look at this shield right now, this little skill, oh my lord.
Yeah, Will looking really scary there. Again, the limit comes out, the blade beam comes out, but the backer as well, that scores his shield looking low. Will trying to take them down there with the up B, but going to be punished hard.
Yeah, a little bit too ambitious, I would say. Skaws happy to just take the reward. Trying to stall a little bit up in top of the sky. Sneaks away back onto the ground, finds a little bit of combo. Only 50% though, and then the scoop, evening things up back into an even situation. Will definitely has the ability to run Skaws right now. That extra mobility from limit.
Yeah, and again, just knowing that limit was gonna go, probably still had a little while longer on it, but just throwing it out anyway.
What was that head touch like?
Yeah, and
very peculiar option.
And Skaws now just kind of running with that, getting a good parry on the backer as well. That could have let Willz get something started, but Skaws just really just not giving them anything at all.
Very, very nice stuff from Skaws. Getting in there. Will definitely playing a little bit looser, I think. We're going for some cheeky stuff like that Clim Hazard spike, which Skaws was like, okay, I'll just neutral, get up and kill you. It's like, Will obviously has games to burn here. They have a full set to burn.
Yes, yep.
But if we see more of that, that's when I start to get a little bit worried, possibly, because Skaws is still playing phenomenally, because they know how to point a yellow stick at the opponent, throw a bomb, and then do it again while they're in the air to kill them.
Yes, exactly. And in contrast as well to what we saw game one, where both of them were very much kind of scrapping at each other. Game two, we actually I think saw Skaws kind of return back to the sort of the optimal play style, playing a little bit slower. Kind of game one, like we'll mess we'll get ourselves, have a bit of fun. But now game two, game three, this is where it's serious business.
Absolutely, that up B gonna get fully blocked by Will. There's no reason to worry about trying to get a parry on the hit.
Okay.
Just get a limit cross slash.
Yeah, Will going for some very, very interesting options here, especially with that forward smash that just came out. But
It caught,
Exactly, it's very much a lot of this game is built on the mantra of if it hit though. And in so many instances it does work out.
Yeah, it's a lot of enforcing your own will rather than trying to increase your opponent's action.
Yeah,
imagine trying to take that.
Yeah. And no, that one just purely untechable. No way you're coming back from that one. And Will's just going to try and run with this lead, using the up B as well, but going to be caught back on the way up.
Gorgeous coverage from Skaws here in front there. Covering that space immediately. There's no stalling allowed there.
Oh, and Will going for a follow-up in that forward air. Now just trying to get something going here, but Skaws is playing sort of very, very sort of patiently, just weaving out of the way of that range.
A little bit too greedy once again. Will trying to get a little bit, trying to close things out a little bit, maybe too fast. Just wants things over and done with. Why not?
Yeah, and Will just really hang on to a lead there. Does go for the forward tilt, but good parry from Skaws. Gonna save them from death.
Yeah, they're at a low percentage, so it wasn't much risk, but when you're Cloud, you always kind of have to hold your breath a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, and the unfortunate limit does come out, but he's going to have to burn it here just to make it back, which is not what you want. Skaws following that up with a nice up air. Not going to find a kill just yet. But the bomb, again, just disrupting what Willz wanted.
So much gel in his hair. The tippy top spike catching that bomb.
Yeah.
Simply unfortunate.
Now, yeah, Will does able to find that stop, but yeah, it's super high percentage now. One up air, one forward air, one back air could do it, but Will's are starting to feel it now.
Yeah, the empty jump pressure looking really, really nice coming in from Will. Just
Okay, you backflip straight into that one.
It's got to be done sometimes.
Yeah,
right?
you know, I mean, it was a stylish death, you know, literally like, yeah, let me just backflip, you know, into this one.
Oh
but
no, this is not what you need if you're Skaws though. That's so much damage out of nowhere.
yeah, and again, another, you know, sort of hard punish on the forward air there. Will's really liking to land with these, and I think Skaws is starting to catch on.
This thing is such a huge forward-facing hitbox that reaches underneath Cloud as well. So even the bomb often takes one even interaction with it.
Okay, the limit is out, and when you're 116%, this is certainly going to be on Skaws' mind. But I think, again, he used a move but got hit by Skaws instead, and Skaws going to pay on that. Can Will make it back? He can't with the arrow snipe.
That arrow has had so much mileage in this top 8. We saw it eviscerating Parsnip's meat for his recoveries. We saw it shutting down Sonic and Sonic's spin dash approaches, and now we're seeing it get games here. MVP.
Yes, yeah. And now, of course, going into this game 4, Skaws 2-1 up, potentially making a case to get that bracket reset. You can see that they want it, and they're certainly doing it. Will's obviously, you know, carrying a lot of momentum in the games, but then Skaws just finding these hits that he needs at the very right moments.
I feel like we've said it so many times, but the ability to have access to the projectile hit confirm is just such a boon for the consistency of Toon. While Cloud has to make that read and make that decision, every single neutral exchange from Toon Link can convert into a kill once you get to a certain percent.
Yeah, and I think that's just gonna be it. Skaws playing that so well. Not even a single lick of damage on them. Will, I mean, Skaws honestly just been so good on capitalizing upon Cloud's biggest weakness, that being his recovery. And you know, Will obviously gonna have to be really careful on this, or this lead could just slip away.
Just a nice parry to get back out of shield, sneak off of that platform nice and fast to the center of the screen. Skaws looking so nice. Up there beating out Cloud down air is criminal. I don't care who you are. That thing is like the size of his entire body.
Yeah, that move is absolutely ridiculous, but so is that back air. The bomb not gonna do it again. Oh no, not enough. Exploded a little bit too low for Skaws to make it back.
But just as quickly, look at the percentage situation, and with a bomb in hand, any touch could be a kill.
Yeah, and again, throwing out that blade beam, you know, catching him with the last little bit of the air dodge as well. Will even trying, you know, deftly making this comeback now, doing so much damage onto Skaws here.
Absolutely, yeah. This has been a massive exchange. So even though, you know, as you said, even though they just lost that stock there, the things are so much more even than they were before. We got from a 0-to-death situation to one interaction away from converting to a neutral.
Yeah, and Skaws looking really good in this game here, potentially on the verge of getting that reset away from Willz.
Popping straight over that grappling hook, wants nothing to do with any of them grapples. Finds a jab. Can they convert this offstage situation?
Okay, looking for that down air, going for the blade beam as well, but not going to find his mark just yet. Willz finally does land it though. You know, it wasn't a blade beam, it wasn't a forward tilt, it wasn't a back air, it was just a randy dash attack.
Sometimes you just gotta shut them.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do it. But, you know, and this is certainly not a, you know, now enough lead that Willz cannot make this back. He's got the limit as well. He's going out for it.
Running out of time on it.
Again, the limit just disappears almost as quickly as it appears. Will's not able to find anything off from it. Got to charge that all the way from the beginning again.
Yep. At the same time, though, they're still getting the amount of mobility and kind of presence of the screen presence they're getting just from that alone is useful, but it's just not enough compared to that raw consistency of from bracket reset time is here. True Grand Finals, Shin Grand Finals, Thug Grand Finals, whatever the hell you
whatever you want to
call
call it, we are in it. We are here. And Skaws making a case right now to potentially win the tournament. And I think everyone just hoping to see a different stage after Pokemon Stadium 2. Please save us.
And we're back.
And we're back. Reset. Reset. We're good. We're calm. This is not a cry for help. Okay, here we go then. Yes, this is true Grand Finals. Skaws versus Will, just running it back all the way to Pokemon Stadium 2. See what Will can do now. I don't think there's going to be any more mess around. Both these players obviously know there's just this set and this set alone to decide who's walking away with that shiny trophy and that shiny gold medal.
No more than 5 games are left in this tournament.
Yeah.
Scary, but yeah, they're beautiful SDI from Skaws. Has been a long time known, but few people actually put in the time and the effort to actually do that in the moment, or even learn it in the first place, and sneak out of that cross slash every single time.
Yeah, and Will, I mean, just, getting beat up by all these moves. Skaws just really just maneuvering all around him, jumping in and out, while Will just hangs in that shield.
And yet, they're at the same percent.
Exactly, and just so even between these two. And that's kind of just a testament to how hard Cloud hits, while Toon Link can sometimes struggle. That limit comes out as well, goes for the Blade Beam, but just as we've seen time and time again, it's just not working out.
I'm loving the coaching.
Absolutely, yeah. No, the car behind you is just saying stop throwing it out, and it's kind of true because the hit rate for that move, for Will, has just not been that high. He needs to mix it up.
They got so many limits earlier on in the set, and they just completely vanished all by the wayside. But there are situations where they go for that Blade Beam, where a Clock of Cross Slash would have caught that roll, and it would have been a stock. And now they're only just getting it now.
Yeah. Will finally able to land that back air though, take the stock away, reset them to a pretty even slate here. But Will actually again seeing there that he was just hitting into a shield. He was stalling it out, but even so, just opting instead to continue it, got a hard punish for it.
Finally, we get it. The LCS finds its mark, and a climb hazard to boot. This is how Will brings himself back into the frame.
Yeah.
Deepest scoop, that back air hit!
Yeah, that move has such a ridiculously large hitbox to it, just going to find its mark. And I mean, this is one of Will's strengths, that sometimes he just brings himself into an entirely different gear. When he stops going, oh,
where the hell did you go?
And that is exactly what we're talking about. He is just in a different gear entirely. Will has woken up and he is here to stay.
Skaws just got infected from reality.
Yeah, he literally, you didn't even see him drop to the abyss. He just disappeared.
That was so sick. Will's not content with that bracket reset. And you're like, you know what? We can still do this. We can wise up, right?
Yeah, Skaws now trying on the hunt for this kill. They need to take the stock away, but Will in that limit. You got that blue autumn trying to hit them with this cross slash as well, but not going to find his mark. Just Skaws able to shield all of it.
And of course, because it's the air version, there is actually a punish available on the ground. One is pretty much there is nothing you can do about it. When you're mid-air, it's a different story.
And I love the way actually that Will has actually changed up his recovery. Before he was very much getting hit by his sort of quite high recoveries, and Skaws was always catching him out. He's now opting to go a little bit lower. He's even air dodging up to the stage as well, just to save himself. And it's working out so well.
That's the thing, variety is the spice of life, as you can tell from how sick the audience is from PS2. And that is the same can be said about recoveries.
And Will, certainly making a case here, but Skaws getting a good chain going there. And it is not stopping, Jasper. It is not stopping.
No signs of it whatsoever. Did you see that slide? Oh
and there we go!
Finally finds its mark!
The Blade Beam did it! The Blade Beam did it! It finally hit!
And once again, Will takes the first game of the new set, going up 1-0. It feels like we just wasted about 10 minutes of our lives that we're never getting back.
Yeah, we have been in this situation before. Okay, and you already know what stage we're on. You already know.
There was no doubt. There was never any doubt.
We are never escaping this stage. I hope you like it, because we are stuck here until we die. I actually want to know how many games of Top 8 I've been playing Pokemon Stadium 2. I think all of them.
Yeah,
I think we had a few small Battlefield.
Yeah, which
and
is
that was it.
the same stage.
And that was
we had a
it.
couple of Hollow Bastions, I think.
Yeah. Yep, we are.
Ooh, huge scoops coming through. No conversions for Spike there. Could have been everything. Again, the empty jump grabs have been doing so much for Will. Is one of his trademark classics because there is nothing you can do.
Yeah, Will again. Now really, we're starting to see the same momentum that we had at kind of that start, that stock 2 in the last game, but now just being carried fully over into this game.
Where are you going?
You know what? Never mind. What are you doing? Why do I even? Why? Just get God knows. He just dived down there. He didn't care. And now he's doing trick shots as well. He threw the bomb up and then caught him with the blade beam as well. I'm sick of him. This is the grand finals. It's not,
I've done a few. I've done lots of commentary in my time. I've done a few 3-person commentaries. I've never had a communal commentary before.
I was say we got a whole bunch of commentary behind us.
It's a whole different vibe. Hope everyone's been enjoying this travesty.
Yeah, no, this is certainly, I think, kind of just a lot of sort of people just, tired from the long day that we've had. We've been here, obviously, many hours.
They are breaking their limits.
Yeah, and, when their limits have been broken.
And similarly,
their
they are getting
been broken.
completely wasted.
Yeah.
As many of Will's have been throughout this set so far.
I'm saying, did we mention there was a bar today? It was great. I want to go there.
Finds that dash under Axel. That Axel is going to do such good work again.
Oh, very nice.
Frame hit on the Klim has incredible stuff from Skaws. They are not counting themselves out by any capacity.
And of course, just really good from Skaws as well, because of course Willz did go for the the limit up B as well, which has a much better tendency to actually just snap to the ledge anyway. So the fact that Skaws is able to punish it regardless, 2-frame it, really good stuff.
That is like one of the hardest things that you could possibly do consistently. The amount of variance that is available, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, there was such an opportunity for Will to really just steal that stock, but unfortunately, again, just like we saw with Sonic, there we go. That's what we needed.
That
Will.
empty jump was so beautiful to just sit there, shield, and call the bluff.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were trying to see in that last stock. With Will just waiting out the full extent of that up B.
Just getting donked on the head by that sword plant.
Okay, and the blade beam as well, just piling on a little bit more damage.
And if you can't do it with the limit, you do it with the normal.
Yes, absolutely. Will looking so alive in this game here. The up B does come out, but since it was at the center stage, not going to kill just yet.
And again, landing at that fair, that gigantic button. He's just going to cleave through all of Toon's dinky little buttons. And the shield stab as well.
Yeah,
the
this
LCS doing so much shield damage.
This is very much Will's game to win, but going to get back from there, and yeah, that is definitely going to take it. Yeah. Oh, and a double parry coming out for both players.
Again,
oh, wow.
OTG hitting the ground with the back air of all buttons, proving how gigantic of a that is.
Yeah, literally catching Toon Link as he was just lying on the floor, still able to connect despite being an aerial attack.
Wild stuff.
And oh my god, we're really going back, aren't we? Oh.
This could be the final battle.
Oh. No. Don't. Why? No. You don't mess with me like. Okay. All right. I mean, there was a slight. Wait. Opportunity.
Stadium one.
Okay. Don't stop it. Stop it. Just pick your music and just. It's a good song. Just choose it. I don't care. Just get it done. So I hope everyone's been enjoying the tournament. This is almost at the end now.
Yep. Tying never once have seen a Pokemon. Unconvinced of their real existence.
It's almost gone to the point now where I've just started to notice little details on the stage, you know, like the people in the crowd, you know, some nice screens to the side of the back as well.
The city skyline in the back.
Yeah, it's honestly quite a nice looking stage, you know. Just, yeah.
And you better enjoy looking.
You better enjoy it because we are not escaping.
Remember when they made SBF and people were like, well, we'll just use this instead.
Yeah. Yeah, like seeing the skyscrapers in the back as well. It's very picturesque. I like it. Right, okay, here we go. Okay, let's get ourselves into the zone. This is potentially the last game of the tournament, unless Skaws is able to make the run back. He still wants it, despite all the jokes, all the what the crowd is saying. Skaws still wants this.
Just passing the 80% mark, but anything is still on the cards. But the limit cross slash is living, and an early start straight out of the gate from Will.
Yeah, this is exactly what we need from Will here. Oh, but a get up attack gonna be punished by the RB. Can't do too much. I love the stall with the side B as well there. We haven't seen it too much, but it's so effective.
Skaws almost finds a cheeky offstage situation of their own. Willz has the height to be able to escape out of the top of it. And this, just how quickly this has turned into a really dire situation if you're Skaws. You have got such a mountain to climb in the
William Savage!
One stock sits behind Will and giving himself a lot of money right now!
This is exactly what we see from Will from time to time, where he just gets into not even a higher gear, the highest gear possible, where he doesn't slow down. Skaws able to take a stock, but Will still in a great position to take this game if he can just hang on.
Gear 4th roadman is all I'm saying.
Skaws as well. You can see already the damage being piled on to Will. It is already starting to make that comeback, and we've seen it before from Skaws.
Absolutely, but they passed the 100% luck, and Limit is here. The throw with Cloud has a very stubby like
okay.
The finishing touch is going to do no such thing.
Yeah, you have to place that so properly if you wanted to hit. I do respect Will for going for it though, because certainly you've got enough percentage, you've got enough stocks to do, go for these wild options.
But the pressure going, doesn't want to give things up just yet. Finds a throw out of a really bit of a foolish up smash. No chase successful. Will keeping things together, but he's going to get launched off the side. Limit almost ready. Limit has
and Skaws able to convert off of that as well.
Just when you think it might all be over, Skaws with a sign of life, one stock apiece. Can Will close this out and be the champion of their own series? Finally be the best in the region.
Yeah, Will has been working towards for so long. You know, he desperately wants to say that he not only organized his circuit, he also wins it! And that's exactly what we saw with a 3-0 in True Finals. William Savage is your champion of the Regen Weekly Circuit